A bright, ambitious college student vanishes without a trace from his university campus in the middle of the night. His belongings are untouched, his car unmoved, and no signs of a struggle are found. Bloodhounds lead investigators to a place shrouded in scandal, but the trail goes cold. Theories swirl. An accident? Foul play? A dangerous secret uncovered? Or a meeting with someone he thought he could trust? Yet after 2 decades, the mystery remains. What happened to Joshua Guimond that night? And could the key to solving his disappearance be hidden in plain sight? Stay with me as I unravel the unsettling details of this unsolved case and explore the theories that still haunt those searching for answers. Join me for another ride through the strange, odd, and mysterious here at Odd Mystery Stories. Joshua Cheney Guimond was born on June 18, 1982, and grew up in Maple Lake, Minnesota. From an early age, Josh stood out as an intelligent and determined individual. He was ambitious, with a strong sense of direction in life, and those who knew him described him as a kind, charismatic, and deeply driven. His family and friends regarded him as a loyal and thoughtful person who cared deeply about the people around him. In 2002, Josh was a junior at St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota, majoring in political science. He had dreams of attending law school and a vision of serving his community through public service. His ultimate goal was to become a member of the Minnesota House of Representatives, a testament to his desire to make a difference and his commitment to leadership. Josh was an active member of his college community. He participated in the university's mock trial team, where he excelled in debate and demonstrated his sharp analytical skills. His involvement extended to other activities, including political organizations on campus. These extracurricular pursuits reflected his love for intellectual challenges and his passion for justice and policy making. Despite his busy academic and extracurricular schedule, Josh maintained close relationships with friends and family. He was described as someone who could balance a sharp wit with a warm and approachable demeanor. His friends often noted his sense of humor and his ability to make people feel at ease. While his 5-year relationship with his high school girlfriend had ended just a month before his disappearance, they reportedly remained on good terms, highlighting his maturity and emotional intelligence. In his free time, Josh was known to enjoy social gatherings, often spending time with his close-knit circle of friends. He also had an interest in technology and, like many students at the time, frequently used his computer for research and communication. Notably, he had been looking into the sexual abuse scandals associated with the St. John's Abbey, an issue that reportedly disturbed him deeply. As a young man with a bright future, Joshua was on the cusp of achieving great things. He embodied the qualities of a leader: intelligence, determination, and compassion. His disappearance on November 9, 2002, abruptly halted a promising journey, leaving a profound void in the lives of those who knew him and raising questions that remain unanswered to this day. On the evening of November 9, 2002, Joshua faced a choice between two social gatherings. He had been invited to a party at the apartment of his ex-girlfriend, Katie Benson, with whom he had recently ended a nearly 5-year relationship. Despite their breakup, Josh and Katie remained friends, and it was not unusual for him to receive such an invitation. However, Josh opted to attend a smaller gathering at Metten Court, a dormitory on the north end of St. John's University campus. This decision led him to spend the evening with a different group of friends. Interestingly, Josh's close friend and roommate, Nick Hajdukovic, chose to attend the party at Katie's apartment instead. Nick and Josh were co-captains at the university's mock trial team and shared a strong friendship. Nick's decision to attend Katie's party meant he was not present at the Metten Court gathering where Josh was last seen. This divergence in their evening plans has been a point of discussion in the investigation, as it highlights the different paths their choices led them on that night. Josh's decision to attend the dorm party at Metten Court placed him at the center of the mystery that unfolded later that evening. The choices made by Josh, Katie, and Nick that night have been scrutinized, as investigators and those close to Josh seek to understand the events leading up to his disappearance. On that same night that Joshua was attending the small gathering at Metten Court, a dormitory on the north end of St. John's University campus, it seems that at approximately 11:06 p.m., Josh left the party and returned to his dorm room at St. Moore House, located centrally on campus. The reason for this brief trip remains unclear, as he did not inform his friends of his intentions. Some speculate he may have forgotten something or needed to retrieve an item, but no definitive explanation has been established. After this short visit to his room, Josh returned to the Metten Court gathering. Later that night, between 11:45 p.m. and midnight, he left the party again, this time without informing anyone. Most at the party believed he was going to use the bathroom because it was located near the front door. This sequence of events has been a focal point in the investigation, as understanding his movements could provide crucial insights into his disappearance. One of the first theories proposed was that Joshua accidentally drowned in a nearby body of water. Bloodhounds tracked his scent to Stump Lake, at the pedestrian bridge connecting parts of the campus. A couple reported seeing a young man crossing the bridge around the same time Joshua would have disappeared, but they lost sight of him soon after. This detail bolstered the belief that he may have fallen into the lake. Search teams immediately focused on the area. Divers conducted multiple sweeps of Stump Lake, and sonar and underwater cameras were used to scan for any signs of Joshua. However, no trace of him was ever found. The Trident Foundation, an elite organization specializing in water-based investigations, was brought in to search 3 lakes on campus in May of 2003. Their efforts also yielded no results. Additionally, experts noted that a body would typically surface in water temperatures above 45 degrees Fahrenheit unless snagged on something underwater. Given the repeated failures to locate Joshua, investigators began to question this theory. Despite this, the area continued to be searched sporadically for years, but no evidence has ever been uncovered to support an accidental drowning. Another theory suggests that Joshua was the victim of foul play. Central to this theory is the behavior of his roommate, Nick Hajdukovic. On the night Joshua disappeared, Nick attended the party at Katie Benson's apartment, which Joshua declined to attend. According to Nick, he returned to their shared apartment and realized Joshua wasn't there. However, the timeline of Nick's return and when he reported Joshua missing has been scrutinized. Some have pointed out that Nick waited longer than expected to report Joshua missing, raising questions about whether his timeline was accurate. Adding to the suspicion is the fact that Joshua's scent was traced to the area around St. John's Abbey, a location embroiled in its own controversies. The possibility of a cover-up, whether by students or individuals associated with the Abbey, remains a topic of discussion. When investigators examined Joshua's computer, they found evidence of erased files. Using recovery software, authorities uncovered information suggesting that Joshua had been researching how to create fake IDs. This discovery led to speculation about whether he had been involved in an activity that could have put him at risk. Additionally, investigators found photos of unidentified men on Joshua's computer, which raised further questions. Some believe Joshua may have been exploring his sexuality and had been chatting with men online, using profiles that appeared to be women. This theory posits that he may have arranged to meet someone after leaving the party. Sometimes known as catfishing, he may have created a situation where he ended up in danger. The erasure of files on his computer shortly after his disappearance, possibly using internet washing software, only deepened the mystery. Was someone trying to hide incriminating evidence, Or was this unrelated to his disappearance? Authorities later released the photos, hoping the public could identify the men, but no significant leads came from this effort. One of the most controversial theories involves St. John's Abbey, which was dealing with a widespread sexual abuse scandal at the time. A bloodhound named Hoover, hired by the family, tracked Joshua's scent to the Abbey, and it was later discovered that Joshua had been researching the abuse cases and settlements. This detail has led some to speculate that Joshua may have uncovered sensitive information that put him in danger. However, no direct evidence has ever linked the Abbey or its members to Joshua's disappearance. The Abbey remains a point of intrigue, particularly because of its proximity to the areas where Joshua was last seen. Some believe the Abbey's history and its involvement in the community warrant further investigation, but police have consistently stated that there is no credible evidence to support this theory. The police have also emphatically discredited the results that Hoover the dog provided. Joshua's disappearance occurred in the context of several similar cases in the region. Around the same time, young men like Christopher Jenkins and Michael Knoll disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Both were later found in nearby bodies of water, though their cases were ruled as accidental or undetermined. A key difference in Joshua's case is that his body was never recovered. This fact led some to dismiss connections between these cases, though others argue the similarities, such as the victim's age, builds, and college settings, are too striking to ignore. While investigators have ruled out connections to a serial offender, these cases continue to fuel speculation among true crime enthusiasts. Another possibility is that Joshua voluntarily left or took his own life. Some have pointed to the breakup with Katie Benson as a potential emotional stressor. However, their breakup was reportedly amicable, and Joshua's friends and family have strongly rejected the idea that he would have intentionally disappeared. Additionally, Joshua left behind personal items that would have been essential for a planned departure, such as his glasses, credit cards, and his car. His ambitious nature and clear goals for the future further weakened this theory. And those who knew him best, the idea that Joshua would abandon his life without explanation is simply unthinkable. Josh's disappearance on November 9, 2002, remains one of the most perplexing unsolved cases in recent history. Over the years, various theories have emerged, each attempting to explain how a promising young man could vanish without a trace. While none can be confirmed, they provide a framework for understanding the mystery surrounding his case. Let me summarize each theory again and conclude with my opinion of the most probable and the least possible theory. Initially, investigators believed Joshua may have stumbled into Stump Lake while walking back from the party, potentially due to intoxication. This theory seemed plausible given his scent was traced to the area, and a couple reportedly saw a young man crossing the pedestrian bridge. However, exhaustive searches of the lake and surrounding water bodies found no evidence. The thoroughness of these searches makes this theory increasingly unlikely over time. The possibility of foul play lingers, with scrutiny placed on Joshua's roommate Nick, who reportedly delayed reporting him missing. Additionally, the proximity of Joshua's scent to St. John's Abbey, a location shrouded in controversy due to abuse scandals, raises questions about whether something sinister occurred. While compelling, this theory lacks concrete evidence to tie any individual or group to his disappearance. Joshua's computer revealed erased files about fake IDs and online interactions, leading to speculation that he might have been involved in risky activities or met someone dangerous online. This erasure of files shortly after his disappearance adds an unsettling layer, suggesting someone may have tried to conceal evidence. However, investigators have not connected these findings directly to his disappearance, leaving this theory inconclusive. The bloodhound trail leading to St. John's Abbey, combined with Joshua's research into the Abbey's abuse scandal, has fueled theories of institutional involvement. While intriguing, no evidence has emerged to suggest the Abbey or its members were involved in Joshua's disappearance. Investigators have consistently dismissed this connection as unsubstantiated. Joshua's case shares striking similarities with other young men who disappeared in the region at around the same time. While these cases raise questions about a potential pattern, the differences, particularly the lack of a recovered body in Joshua's case, make this connection speculative at best. Joshua's friends and family reject the idea that he took his own life or voluntarily disappeared. His belongings were left behind, and he showed no signs of distress that would indicate such an action. Joshua's ambitious nature and future plans make this theory the least likely of all. The most plausible theory remains foul play, whether accidental or intentional. The circumstances of Joshua's disappearance, combined with the inconsistencies in timelines and the erased data on his computer, suggest that someone may have been involved. The least probable theory is voluntary disappearance, given the lack of evidence supporting it and Joshua's established character and goals. Joshua's case is a heartbreaking mystery, and the lack of answers continues to weigh heavily on his family and friends. Their tireless efforts to keep his story alive reflect their enduring hope that someday the truth will emerge. This story serves as a reminder of the profound pain and unanswered questions that families of the missing are forced to endure. To Joshua's loved ones, your search for answers matters, and the hope for closure remains. The world has not forgotten Joshua, and neither should we. Hey, thanks once again for watching my video. My name is Vince. Would you please consider supporting my channel by either buying me a cup of coffee at the link below, or even treating yourself to some merchandise at my online shop? I truly appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this story, you might also be interested in the story of the mysterious disappearance of Tammy Lynn Leppert. You will find the link to that story in the upper right corner of your screen. Click there. Thank you.